girls.
Hey there.
We're live.
We are.
How's it
I
going?
was looking down because I was writing down the messages in chat, but when I
Hi,
noticed I was
everyone.
already live.
Carmen is
Hey,
here
everyone.
watching us.
Oh, Carmen! Oh,
Nice.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, so exciting. It's so funny how we all try to multitask and then all of a sudden Sid puts us on and we're like, oh boy, it's like camera
Happening.
face.
Yeah, that's what exactly happened to me now.
Yeah. People, where are you joining us from? Where are you based? Is it like getting snowy and Christmassy already? Or are you in like a really warm part of the world and are not thinking of Christmas right now? Let us know where you're joining us from.
Yeah, I guess all three of us are located in kind of winter Christmas locations.
Exactly, yeah. Really
Yeah.
cool one.
I am already counting the days until it gets lighter again because every morning I wake up and it's just so dark and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in bed until it gets lighter because this is just too sad.
And nowhere happened. Yeah. Actually, at 3 p.m. here, it's already dark. It's crazy.
Tell me about it. I have like 3
What
lights
is my
turned on.
afternoon?
Yeah. Oh God.
Ooh, somebody's joined from India and
23 degrees. Oh my God, the paradise.
That's lovely. Yeah, yeah. Germany, yeah, but we did have
Very
snow last
beautiful.
week, so like fingers crossed that it comes back, right? So
Yeah. Oh God, last week here was frozen. Everything was frozen. Snow got frozen.
And you had a lot of snow in the south, didn't you?
Yeah, tons of snow.
30 degrees?
What?
That's Spain, eh?
Okay,
That's not
Plaza.
America. We are not in summer, actually. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Madness. Oh my God.
You can go to beach.
My God, but in
Yeah.
December?
Definitely.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Alarming.
Yeah, climate change right there for you. London, very rainy everywhere.
Yeah.
That's always no news for London.
Amazing. Wow, I really love this. And a lot of people also have been on the stream before or have joined us before. And we're so excited to have all of you here. If this is your first time, this is GirlCode Coffee Break. Coffee chat. I always say it wrong.
It's both.
So all of the 3 of us work at Storyblok, so we're colleagues, but 2 of us are also GirlCode ambassadors, and all of us care about women in tech. So that's why all of us are here. We wanted to create a safe space for women and girls and everybody in tech, really, to discuss anything. And this is what this is. So if it's your first time, warm welcome. This episode, maybe shall we get started on what was our plan for today, if there was any?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not? Who wanna start?
Who start? Okay, no, I think it would be nice to know how this year started, and it started without me in the streaming. So probably you girls can, because Monica was the other
I forgot. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was watching like the past streamings like last night, and I noticed. Of course, we knew from the beginning, but we eventually started with another member. Who I also believe still is an ambassador at GirlCode, Monica. So the thing is, there was a little change. So that's why we welcomed Alba to join our party. And I'm quite sure Monica is also keep doing like what she's up for. So we started with a different member, but this is the current member we have. And I mean, like the ideas of, let's say, having interesting guests that who we always wanted to have a talk, have a coffee chat, and also sharing like what we talk with, our nice community is the same. So since the beginning, we always wanted to share, I would say, meaningful and fun conversation to our community, as well as we also wanted to have or bring more, attention to women and non-binary folks. So that's what we started. And we've been doing that since last year. So I can't believe time flies so fast.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah.
like much longer than a year, and I can't believe we made it. Like we did one episode each month. Like it's really cool, actually. Looking back at everybody who joined us, it's really, really nice that we pulled through, even through conference season and through summer break when everybody went on holiday. And now we made it. We made it to the other side of 2023.
Yes, and Christmas is ahead as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool. Maybe folks can share in the chat if they have watched past episodes, which one was their favorite one, because we're always super curious to hear from you.
Yeah, and also just a quick info. If you want to know where you can actually watch all the past episodes, I can actually share the link in here. Yes, I can. From here, you can have access to the YouTube watching list. I don't know if I'm saying correctly. I should be able to know that. But you can see all the list available. And you can watch from the episode 1 to I would say the previous one and the previous one. But the previous one we're gonna upload very soon. I wanted to be precise. And yeah, you can watch it later of this stream as well. Or if you already remember and know from our one of past streamings, feel free to let us know in the chat. We are happy, let's say, to share your opinion as well. And of course, we wanna also keep improving our live streaming. So if you have live feedbacks, that's also more than welcome. So feel free to share with us while this streaming is going on. But while we probably let's say wait or see if people would have something to share with us from the past streaming, we also can share what are our favorite episodes, people, sources, things we learned. So yeah, I think we can start with it too.
Sure.
For sure.
Anyone wants to go first? Otherwise, I would go first.
I can. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead, Alba.
Why not?
Well, I think there is so many different topics that we cover in the GirlCode. So I can decide for one, but I can decide how I feel in one of them. And it's when we try out Playwright with Debbie. I was really frustrated in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing at all. And my hands was shaking. I couldn't type what I wanted to type in the keyboard. So it was really messy, but at the end we saved it. And we finally saw Case how to use Playwright just as a beginner because I didn't play with Playwright before. And I spent a hard time, but at the end I felt really accomplishing something. Do something live without any preparation. That was crazy for me, but I really enjoy it. And Debbie has so much energy. So it was always energizing us. So really cool streaming. Yeah.
No, that's true. I wouldn't want to have switched with you because you were really put on a how do you say that? It was almost like a little torture chair, right? And you're like, go Alba, and then you had to go. So that was really, really stressful.
Indeed.
I just wanted to quickly share my screen, and sorry, I'm kind of still figuring out, but what Alba was saying is this stream. Maybe in the meanwhile, I can manage. Let's say.
Yeah, and it was crazy hot when we did that one, wasn't it? It was in June, and it was just so warm. Yeah.
That's true. Daniel says that he watched the one about technical writing. I missed that one. And BUN. The BUN one, I was also suffering there. Yeah,
you were again
helpful for you.
Yeah. It was really fun with Roberto. And the first thing we tried to solve or figure out was how to pronounce BUN correctly.
Yeah, I had to miss that one. I don't know, maybe I was on vacation or something, but I watched the replay and I just laughed out loud so many times, and it was just in my house listening to the scream and just laughing to myself like a mad person because Roberto is just so funny.
Bam, 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 bam.
This was funny. Yeah, I think it was shared by Lee Robinson from Versal Team. Yeah, he created like this funny video, and then yeah, I had to bring this up definitely. Oh yeah, so yes, now I have the nice screen. Oh, people can see what I was seeing that. Anyway, so I was working on recording YouTube video today. Anyway, nothing embarrassed of. So this was like what Alba was like talking in the beginning. So we experimented or tried out playwright for the first time. So yeah, she was trying out from scratch, and Debbie was there to like watch things. And then the BUN was here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, here. And again, Alba was like experimenting
randomly again.
things,
Well, that one has a little bit of preparation. I mean,
yeah.
Preparation.
Yeah. more than a bit. So it was fun. And for those of you who wanna see this episode precisely, then I can also share the link.
It's funny because it's like Inception streaming. Like I can see one inside another one, like Rasa and dolls.
Yeah. Okay, maybe like I can stop sharing it until we talk about something, the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hard time figuring out which one was the real me and which one was past Josefine. I was like, what's she doing there? Oh no, she's fine. It's from YouTube.
Sorry about that.
Love it. Yeah. No worries.
Need to learn how to organize the screen. Anyway.
No, don't worry. It's because of the layout. But yeah. And you, Arisa? What did you enjoy?
I enjoyed especially like the I would say Sasha from State of JS and Anna from Open Source. So because like I really learned a lot from like from them, and the sources they shared like with us are still really great sources to read. In fact, I actually like purchased the book, which is recommended by Anna, and I can bring it up again. So this is the book she was talking about. Yeah, Forge Your Future with Open Source. And if you're interested in seeing it, here is exactly the same page that I'm sharing with you right now. So yeah, Anna was like sharing with us. Where is the open source? Yeah, here. And then yeah, I don't need to find like where she was like sharing the book, but yeah, talking about open source is not just, let's say, like about technical side of the things. Yeah. Instead, it involves a lot of community work, communications, and educating the like communities. So if you just stick to, let's say, only the technical part, then you might face some of the difficulties. But to be successful, then you can learn a lot from this book, how you can actually grow your community and how you can grow community in a healthy way, and how you want to, let's say, like listen. And I would say like not directly implementing it, but then I like try to listen and then include the user's opinions into the open sources in a nice structured way. And I was like reading this book, and there are so many things that I wish to know actually like before I started to like maintain the open source. So but again, like I mean, it's never late like to use information that I learned now. So yeah, I actually like this helped me a lot. So that's why like I wanted to share. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, because I missed that one. So I'm happy that you spoke with us today.
Nice. It's not that thick. It's actually quite a thin book. So if you have a few hours, then yeah.
Yeah, because the JavaScript one is one I bought in the beginning, because also you recommended somewhere internally in a Storyblok, and then I never read it because what is this? Is this Harry Potter or JavaScript? I mean,
this is killing me. Yeah, this is like the first
half my face. Can get
Straight
it.
away go into the bookshelf.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna look pretty in your background or something. We're like,
yeah.
I'm smart. I have a really cool book in my background. Yeah.
Oh god, I used to do that.
Yeah, with the TypeScript one.
Yeah.
Did you read it at the end?
In the end, I did. Yes, but
Okay,
it took me a while. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. So if you're interested in, yeah, this is the one. And the other
Yeah,
one,
thank you.
yeah, which I was like mentioning in the beginning, is the Sasha from State of JS. So he is writing really great articles in his Dev2 platform, and this article has like part 1 and part 2, and that's what it, I would say, like directly like related to like our streaming episode we had. And from this article, you can get lots of useful information that you could actually like be surprised. Like, what are the facts behind the like those statistics and the numbers, and you can learn many things from here. And in the streaming, I remember that he was also like showing us like how he is actually like filtering and like fetching all these questions as queries. So behind the scenes, he was using the GraphQL to filter only the necessary questions. So yeah, that logic was also like whoa to me. And yeah, I mean, like, I cannot like tell enough like in this, just let's say for a few minutes, to say why he was like sharing great info with us. But yeah, definitely we should see that. Oh, and little info from his Dev2 right here. Yeah, there is the survey for 2023 open.
Indeed.
So I would encourage folks in here to join, let's say, to contribute the survey for this year. And there was the interesting info I saw. Oh yeah. There is the first time ever State of React is going to be like released. Or yeah. There is the survey on State of React. So if you're also interested in, I would highly recommend you to take a look at it here. And yeah, he's writing lots of like great sources. So in general, not just, let's say, the sources that I shared, I would highly recommend to like go to like his Dev2 and read what he's doing. Lots of researches and interesting projects in there. Because demographics, like in the statistics in the tech world, is like not getting enough spotlight, in my opinion. But then like Sasha is really like doing a great job, I would say. So that's why I wanted to give a highlight a bit.
Yeah, that's a super interesting one. Also, like, this is not going to go away, and the methodology is going to stay relatively similar, even though they upgrade it, right? So the stuff that he writes about how he did it is probably very relevant and like timeless. And for example, when we looked at, for our talk about bias in tech, we looked at different surveys, and the other day I found a different one, I forgot the name right now, but where they had to look at a completely different region, and there the demographics were super different, for example, and the representation was also very different. So it's like, it's really good to challenge your own ideas of who we are as a community from time to time, and just look at different kinds of numbers and see how people did it, because in the end it kind of shows who we are as an industry, right? And I thought that
indeed,
stream was really great.
Indeed, and also I think that in general, that we bring Sasha in the streaming will help to also open these demographics to more people, because at least our audience is really woman based, and of course will be also non-binary people and people from the underrepresented groups. But I think in general, that form, it was only leading to more men in US. Like it was really exactly ecosystem, and not Europe or Asia. And we have so many people to reach. And I think this year will be different, because so many people share the survey more than other years. And I think this year will be really different. And I hope so, to see more changing and growing. Yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, every year I'm like, okay, like praying to the code gods or whatever so that it like shifts a little bit. But so far it's always been like, so sad, like, but yeah, maybe this year, maybe we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, because I don't know why it's the only thing we have to measure or analyze, have analytics on what is happening in the tech ecosystem gender based. Because, for example, if you see all the statistics out there about developer communities are always from marketers or from people in management, but not tackling us as developers, So for that, I really like this ecosystem of state of. It could be CSS,
Totally.
whatever, but at least
Yeah.
I have an overview on who is the people that are using these tools, Yeah, it's very interesting. I hope someday a state of open source, if there is not one already. Yeah, because that one will be also really meme-based, and I want to change that.
Yeah. I didn't do the research about state of open source. If there's one, then we would like to know. And if any one of you...
We will propose it. Sacha.
Yeah, Sacha. Or to Anna.
Yeah,
she can help him.
Anna, yeah, exactly. She can push it.
Yeah, definitely. I want to also ask you, Josefine, like if you have like any highlights from the previous episodes that we hosted. Do you have like anything you thought interesting and want to share?
Good one. Yeah, okay, that's going to be weird, but I really like the one where I wasn't part of the streaming just because it feels really like I can sit back, relax, get some popcorn, enjoy the show. Yeah, exactly. That was me. So the one where you had Alexa on and you talked about like DevRel and different ways into DevRel and how you all got into DevRel. I really like that one. And also, the one that with BUN that we mentioned before, because it was really entertaining and just a show. And Roberto is always good fun to watch. But my personal favorite was the one we had Anu on, and she shared so much of her knowledge about accessibility. And because she knows so much, she's been speaking everywhere. She has such a great personality and so much to give. So, favorite.
Yeah, right.
So cute.
Yeah, I think Anu was also sharing like what was it? Like in the end of the streaming, she was sharing like her own like resource that people could actually have a look at it, right? Indeed. I actually need to ask her again because I was watching it, but I kind of couldn't find where it was. Or did she say probably like that's?
Yeah, probably we can search in her website. If you search for Anurag Kumari, probably is there. Yeah, she has like a website with all the resources she's finding and use cases for accessibility wise. So you have like an article with all the solutions for that use case. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And also with bad practices, so you can see the difference when you have it right or wrong. Yeah, she has so many things going on.
Yeah, and Josefine just shared like with us that there is a recap of the article she actually like wrote. So if you're interested in reading, let's say like after watching or instead of watching, you can have a look at it and hear it's really like well summarized in my opinion. Yeah.
And it also shares all the resources that were mentioned in the stream, so that's easier to click on the links easier than typing it out. So that's why I shared the link. I managed to log myself out of Twitch and it asked for a 2-factor authentication. So I shared it internally. I was like, oh no.
2023 problems.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, so professional as always, but check out the article. We summarized some other ones as well. I'm working on the rest, but this is usually where you can find kind of some resources.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Josefine.
Thank you, Jessie.
Yeah, I want to see in the chat if there's anyone wrote us any more past episodes that they find interesting. Let me see. Do you also see in the chat?
We see, but there is none, I think.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, and see, of course. It's always with us.
Yes. Yes, yes. I want to say a huge thanks to Sid because, like, I mean, although he's not on the screen for every streaming, but he was doing, like lots of work and helping us a lot. Even though sometimes, like, I
Indeed.
ask, like Sid, like in life, like, oh, can you bring up the QR code? Can you bring up the link? He does all the magics right away. So yeah. Oh,
You are awesome. Yeah, the funny thing is like it seems like Alexa or an AI, but actually it's a real guy. Yeah?
Sid is the real guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and I love that. Elian said all of them were interesting. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Elian.
We didn't bring him, isn't it?
Not
No,
yet.
no.
In any
Not
live
yet.
stream? Okay, Elian, you are officially invited to the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
chat.
Oh, we should do another one on Astro. We've just had like a
Ah,
really quick deep dive on Astro 4.0, right, with
yeah,
Roberto,
yeah.
but we could totally have like a very designated, I mean, Astro's completely
And he can
off
talk
the
about
ground.
the Starlight, the new project they have in hand.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, and
We
this is how we
yeah.
this is how we combine the stream with the planning for the next year. Perfect. I'll make a note.
Love it.
I like that. Already working on 2024 like guest list. Nice.
Absolutely.
And talking about new versions in Astro, I was thinking maybe we can share which feature or new version of X framework we are happy about in 2023 that we want to use in 2024. I'm very curious. What did you find out this year? Because it has been crazy.
Yeah, there's lots of things.
The new frameworks, the rebrandings. I'm exhausted and I want to focus on some, so I need your input. Please.
I would
my
say
God.
like oh no, go ahead, Josephine.
No, I was just going to read out Astro shipped 3 majors this year. So yeah, they are probably exhausted. But speaking of that, just to like really quickly butt in, after the let's say chaotic last year of like all the breaking changes in SvelteKit, and 1 or 2 very embarrassing moments that caused with the SDK. Astro made it really easy so far, in my experience, to upgrade between the different versions, and that was really a highlight for me. That it was just so smooth to move around between that. So that was really yay. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I definitely share the pain, and I was also like reviewing like what I also was going through. So yeah, just because of that, then I was like, oh yeah, there has been many moments, but yeah,
Indeed.
but we learn always from that experience. So yeah, but yeah, I would say like front-end world especially like is moving fast, in my opinion. And yes, this year was quite intensive. Yeah. Last year I was not trying out Astro yet. This year, like I'm using it so heavily. Yeah. There's also a change, like in my, I would say like, not the personal time when I code, but in general, like what I use compared to last year. Yeah, there is a change. Yeah, a lot.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah. We have a question actually in the chat. Yeah. Okay, what were your personal highlights 2023 besides coding or work, and what are your goals for 2024? Interesting one.
This question is like, did you have life? Probably not, because all my highlights are from coding and work. That's probably a problem. No, I probably will say my travels. Of course, I'm always traveling because of work, but also outside work. And I went to Croatia and I spent 2 weeks there and I enjoyed it a lot. I discovered so many things in that culture, things that are coming from my place, because I didn't know Croatia was so similar to Spain and Italy, but also having some kind of vibes of Ukraine and east of Europe. And my boyfriend is Ukrainian, I'm Spanish. So it was the perfect combination, that country. I don't know if you know anything about Croatia, but I didn't know it till I went there. So for me, it was a really soaking culture because I really like it and I really enjoy it. Probably a place where I will live in the future. Who knows?
Who
Maybe
knows?
goals for 2024.
Ooh.
Nice one. Nice
That's
one.
amazing. Yeah, the pictures look really good, especially the pictures of the
Mm.
food looked so delicious. Like,
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. What about you, Josephine?
good question. I moved house. If you watch all the streams, you'll see the background is different.
Yeah.
So this is the new house. That was definitely a highlight and a big project, if you will. And yeah, travels is also a big one. Alba and I went to San Francisco, which was absolutely mind-blowing.
Insane.
Like that was definitely a highlight, very extreme in many ways. But very, very cool. We were
We went to
enough
jail. Yeah.
oh
We
yeah.
went to jail. Yeah.
Where you went?
Stephanie and I were in a jail the past
What?
year in September.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
100% true.
You know
What-
how to make clickbait though.
What? You mean
We went to Alcatraz. We went to Alcatraz.
Okay, okay, okay.
It was a closed jail.
Yeah.
It sounded quite shocking to me. Was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was a fun one. We shared a room in jail, basically.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We record telephone from Lady Gaga and Beyonce.
Yeah. No, but that was really, really cool. Alvaro was just losing his mind over there.
Oh, God, oh, God.
Perfect
joining at
timing
this
to
time.
join the stream. Amazing.
Feel free to catch up with them, I would say.
Just, yeah. Well, that's a mystery right there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Arisa, how about your highlights?
Well, it's really difficult to just narrow down to a few highlights or one, but I would say like I was able to go home like finally my real home in Japan like after since 3 years, because during pandemic, I mean technically it was possible to go home, but you know the regulations are different in there, and yeah, I didn't want to bother my parents in case if they get like positive, then from COVID, then they wouldn't be able to go to work, stuff like that. So yeah, it was very weird time, and I used to go home like every year, but because of the pandemic I wasn't able to. So 3 years, it was the longest time ever in my life that I was not visiting like my family, my parents, relatives, or going to home. So yeah, finally I went back there, and yeah. Oh God! After just 3 years, it felt like I didn't remember anything. Even like even just to get on the train, I had to ask around people, which made me feel so silly because people could tell me that I'm actually like from there. I'm from Hiroshima, so I have a dialect, and people could tell I'm from there. So it was like so weird.
Imagine, yeah. But you spent quite some time there, right? So you got adjusted.
Yeah, I did. I think I spent my time in there like nearly 2 months, I guess.
Oh,
so
Wow.
yeah, of course I was able to like learn again, and yeah, felt like a local again. But yeah, again, I'm gonna be away probably for another 1.5 years or 2 years, so it's gonna be reset again.
Yeah,
But
that's a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time, but it was fun, like going home like since for long, and yeah, relearning again like where I came from and my culture, because sometimes you forget if you live outside for long. So yeah.
Amazing. Probably we can make only a live stream about Japan because there is so many people in Storyblok that wants to go. And
and
I think there is a lot of general rules that people know and they are not written. And if they are written, they are not in English. So I mean, we need guidance.
What kind of rules?
They have rules like non-spoken, so they don't speak, but that suddenly, imagine there is like a place where you can go by bike,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there is a pedestrian. They stop suddenly and go off of the bike at the same time in the same row, but you need to know it by heart. It's like no. For
Some kind
foreigners, it's really weird. And for example, to take the train, there is 2 queues, one on the right and one on the left. And if you want to take the first one, you need to go to the right and follow the line individually, not in groups. So imagine you as a European or as a Spanish, you go there and it's mess. So for that, we need a live stream with Arisa.
Yes, please. I had no idea about these things. It's like poof, like.
Oh, maybe a wrong person to ask because I'm one of the persons getting lost. Yeah, because even just in 1 year, the way to like be in a queue or join in the queue of the cashier changed. So I was like in the front line, like with leaving all the people who were in the queue, way before me, and I was like, can I make a payment? And then people are like, what are you doing? We were waiting before you, like way long time ago. And then I was like, oh, okay, you were there. Okay, sorry, I didn't see.
Oh
no, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds very
the wrong
confusing.
person to ask.
And it's especially like confusing if you're used to knowing all the rules because you used to live there, right? Because I felt like every single time I had to go to a different country. Oh, the cat made an appearance. Sorry. Please don't step on the mute.
A highlight also from the stream.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's one of the things that's so exhausting and fun on traveling, where it's like you never know what the rules are. So you do a lot of like embarrassing, funny things, but usually it's okay because people know you don't know, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think his name is Tabi, right?
Yeah,
Tabi is also part of the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the king of stream. He always comes. Is your what's your problem? Sorry.
I was gonna say he's appearing like almost all the episodes.
Yeah,
I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's part of the team.
He's aspiring. He's an aspiring YouTuber, so he really wants us to launch his career. But so far, not going so great for him. But maybe a deal will come around. We'll see.
But at least he has some kind of social media, like Instagram or something. We can follow him.
I should definitely.
There is people that do that, and you know it. Like
people?
Only.
Oh, you mean me? No, I'm joking.
I don't know. Probably it's private.
Not yet. If there's ever another pandemic, and I'm knocking on wood that doesn't happen, of course, but if I would ever be that bored and home alone, it would very much happen.
I can expect the best social profile because you had a background on creating content. So I mean, you could be really good at that. I'm
see.
just wondering.
Yeah, not putting any pressure on, but yeah, it better be good.
And you see, we got at Sadite's chat after talking about Japan. Everyone wants to go there. So I told you. Yeah, there is an obsession for that culture. And if you go now to Amsterdam, in the street with shops, there is one with Japan style. So they have like toys and random stuff you will never use for something useful. It's just, for example, I don't know, a hairbrush with a face of a cat and eyes that look to all the places, So funny things that they are not useful by its own, but the street was empty and the shop was full of people. It was crazy. I mean, you get attracted by the lights on Japan shops. I don't know what they do, but it's like you go like this. You can skip it. It's like, I wanted to go home, but this shop is calling me,
Oh,
of course, I went inside so that I know all the.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was trying to think of, like a way to like bring us back into the track, but
I have one because I think Daniel asked about goals for 2024, and you know what? I applied for a conference. I told you, Arisa, in Japan, and that's a goal of mine to go to Japan for a conference. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure how my odds are, but it would be really fun.
Will be approved. I'm pretty sure. Josie is a star.
Not yet. Working on it.
What are your goals? It's actually really hard to find the in-person conferences and the international conferences in Japan, in my opinion. I mean, the one you applied is just one of the very, very few. And there is another one which Sid, our colleague, our friend behind the scene, got selected and went. And there's one more, but it's the more, like Rails related. And those are the only one I know. And during the pandemic, things actually went almost over 90% of the conferences to be in online, and they like online format a lot. So I only was able to go or join the online one. Unfortunately, none of Japanese conferences for me in person yet. So really fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, it does make sense. And if I were to go, I would just stay forever and just learn about all the rules.
Indeed.
Yeah. What are your 2024 goals, Alba?
Well, actually, I didn't consider it a goal, but I already booked the travel for April to Japan. And for that, I'm investigating all these rules, and I want the streaming with Arisa. Yeah, because the past year, we will always wanted to go, but my boyfriend was afraid of these kind of rules because he's really concerned about them. And if he fails, he will feel really badly. So
don't feel in that
he was
way.
pushing it. But this year, we had a couple that already went there, and they told us all the tricks we can use in order to avoid these situations. So he was more calm and told me, nah, we can go. So we are planning to go to Tokyo and then to Kyoto with the bullet train. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Because I want more Kyoto and my boyfriend is more Tokyo. So we want to see both sides because I want the chilling, really Japanese style with all the music in the background and the, so I want this kind of vibe, but he wants more activity and lights.
Yeah, modern pop culture. Yeah,
Indeed. Yeah. But also, if I think about goals, my goal this year is to recover my social activity and go out more, find a community here in Amsterdam because I didn't met anyone from the Netherlands. They are all from abroad and most of them have left. So I want to build a community here where I live. Could be related about tech or not. I mean, I want to also join jam sessions to sing and play the piano I bought. Yeah. I'm trying. I'm so bad. I'm trying my best. Probably a concert one day for Storyblockers.
You officially said
really
that.
Nice goals. Yeah, I like it. And I'm so excited for you for your trip to Japan. I mean, wow, that's so cool. That's so nice.
Yeah,
will be really cool for sure. I never went that far away, only in September to San Francisco with Josie. But before that, my longest plane was 3 hours, I think. I never traveled that much, and Japan is 15.
14 hours. Yeah.
Okay. No, but
maybe you have a direct flight from Amsterdam to Tokyo.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. If so, then it's not easy, but the non-interrupted flight would be 14 hours.
It's not that much of a problem. That's true.
If you get transits, then it's a little bit longer trip. In my opinion, I mean, in my case, when I go home, I'm not from Tokyo, so it's gonna be minimum 1 day and a half trip because I need to get many transits. But to Tokyo, then it should be easy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous. Take me with you.
And how about you, Arisa? Do you have any goals for next year?
I would say the original question was not related to work and code, right? I would say.
You can answer whatever. I mean, it's kind of private. I'm not sure I'm putting all my private goals out here. So
yeah, no, I also wanted to stick to that. So I would say I wanna keep taking the balance in between work and life. So I mean I used to not taking the balance, and I know how it gets worse. So I really wanna fit in general, doing more workout in general. I've been doing that, but I could tell I could do better. So, and I also want to be better at doing snowboarding too. I mean, I don't have to be good at it, but yeah, I have my hobby back. Yeah, nice. Which I was not doing for several years. So yeah, I mean, if it's not work related and code related, yeah, that's what I'm doing it. Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I've been practicing Aikido, which is a Japanese martial arts. And I had a long pause this year, actually longer than half a year. No, yeah. Something more than 6 months I had a pause. And I started again, so I want to keep continuing doing that. Nice. It's a bit pity if I stop practicing the stuff, which I already have been practicing more than 4 years, I guess. So yeah, kind of. So those are my personal, private life goals.
And are you pushing me to do more sport? Because Arisa with all the sports she does, and Josefine with the pole and the air whatever. Yeah, I don't know how they call them, but you are really a strong woman. I'm a lazy cat in the bed.
No.
No, not at all. I mean, I did your dance class when we had this internal dance class, and I felt I could not coordinate anything, and I was feeling the same way. I was I should do this more because I have no idea what she's doing with her feet and her hand at the same time, and yeah. So no, I think you're really good.
I wish I have consistency. I think you too have really consistency on things that probably keep you time. I always want a result the first day I start something. So when I joined boxing, I was no, this should be this, and I should be the best one. And it's my first day. I'll relax. And of course, at the second day, I couldn't walk at all. my legs were saying me, "What did you do yesterday?"
Oh my gosh.
Today, only rest. So yeah, that's the problem. I'm too intense for keeping up in a thing you need to learn how to do. Because your things, I tried pole once. And that could be really funny videos, but I will not start them.
I mean, things take time.
I almost died later.
Oh God.
Yeah, because I tried to do the Jesus Christ thing that you need to do like this with that you have your legs in the pole.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then you lie down.
It does not. I mean, I'm sure you had a great teacher there, but generally that does not sound like a thing you should be attempting on your first class ever. But it's good that you tried. You're very brave.
Yeah, but of course I quit after that.
Okay. Yeah, when you come to Hamburg, we'll revisit that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
I will try again, but with you.
Yeah, sure. Oh boy, time flies already. It's the end of the year. It's basically the end of the stream. Is there anything you feel like we should talk about before we wrap this up?
I would say definitely. When you're watching and if you're interested into, let's say be a guest even for our streaming, Indeed. please contact with us. We are always, happy to have you in our streaming to share the nice, learningful and interesting, fun conversations with you and with our community. So I would say please feel free to contact one of us. And I think our Twitter's DMs are open, right? So
for sure, yeah.
Yeah,
and
you can
if
see
you
our face, so
And if you subscribe to Storyblok on Twitch, then you will get notifications when we do new episodes and new stuff. I'm not sure if you can probably also follow on YouTube, and you can have a look at our playlist there if you wanted to and catch up with those episodes. Let us know what you think. We were discussing also sharing an anonymous feedback form. So if you have things that you don't dare to tell us to our faces, you could also let us know that way.
Oh, we got a suggestion.
Nice. So
nice.
connecting with the Larabels. Oh, I love how they call the community around Larabel.
Jealous.
Larabels. I love it. Yeah, we
so
can
nice.
have. Yeah, that would be amazing. Actually, Roberto will be interested on that too.
Yeah,
to watch.
We also have a very active ambassador too.
Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a look and try and get in touch with them. That's a good one.
Yeah. We love suggestions too. So if you have any, feel free to contact with us too, even after this, current streaming. So
Indeed.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I feel a Japan stream coming up because there are many questions before Alba's trip.
Yeah.
Oh God,
it will be really important for everyone, indeed. As developers, Japan is the most important thing in the world.
Oh, I can maybe invite one of the guests from Japanese dev communities, because that's something people don't know much about it, isn't it? I guess.
Indeed.
I'm making
how
so
is
many
tech
notes.
in Japan? That's also an interesting question. How is tech in Japan? What are the leaders? Because indeed, in each country they are different. And I'm really interested in that.
Wow, so many good ideas. This stream already paid off for us, didn't it?
Exactly. Reflecting is always a boost to creativity. I don't know why. We need to do it more. Probably not in a stream every time, but I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this was amazing. Thank you so much for everybody who joined and everybody who may or may not watch the video when it's uploaded to YouTube. Happy holidays if you're celebrating. I hope you have a great rest of the year and a good start in 2024. And then we'll be back next year with the next stream, and we'll announce it through all the usual channels when we're back and what the topic will be.
Yeah. Well, I would say thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Josefine. Thank you, Alba. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, everyone who joined live. And with that, we can say goodbye for now, but see you next time.
See you next time.
Thank you.